In my previous video, I said that there would be an Inside Infinite update regarding flighting news for Halo Infinite's first technical test. Well, it appears that 343 Industries is just as excited as we are about Halo Infinite and getting it out to the public because they just surprise dropped the Inside Infinite update today. We know what kind of content is going to be inside the flight. We also know the name of one of the new weapons that was shown off in the multiplayer trailer. 343 clarified what kind of goals they have for this technical test, as well as confirming multiple flights coming for Halo Infinite. This will not be the only one. And last but certainly not least, we may be playing Halo Infinite a lot earlier than you guys thought, maybe as soon as next weekend. Stay tuned throughout the whole video to understand everything that you guys need to know about Halo Infinite and its first public test. Make sure you guys fill out those Halo Insider profiles. I have a video on that, which you could go check out after you're done watching this one. If you are as hyped as I am to play Halo Infinite, go on ahead, click that like button for me, and subscribe if you're new here and you want to stay absolutely up to date on all the latest Halo news. The first thing that I want to talk about is how 343 gave us a look at how they choose players for flights. So the first thing that they look at within the pool of players that have signed up to be a Halo Insider is to ensure that they have a broad distribution of platforms like the Xbox One, the Series X and S, and different PC configurations. And then they will look at the overall tenure in the program, how long you've been inside the Halo Insider program. So if you've been a Halo Insider for a long time, you will have higher priority when it comes to receiving an invitation over someone who just recently signed up. However, they did say that not every eligible Halo Insider will get an invitation right off the bat because they're really going to take a walk before they run type of approach. So they're going to offer additional technical preview opportunities ahead of the launch of the game with an increase in scope for both content and the amount of participants being invited. So even if you don't get an invitation to this technical test that is coming up, hang in there because you might get into a future one. And don't hang your head just yet, because wait till I tell you what kind of content is in this first technical test. It may not be your cup of tea, so you might not be missing out on much. Well, let's talk about that content now so you guys know right up front. So this technical test will focus on bots and a slice of the new Academy experience. If you guys don't know what the Academy is, think of it as a training grounds for both new and seasoned Halo players alike to really test out their mechanics. So no, this flight will not have traditional PvP arena or big team battle in it, but 343 did say they'll be looking to test those specific modes in future flights. So one of the first pieces of content for this first technical test will be the bot arena, which will pit 4 players against 4 bots on arena maps. In the technical preview, you can expect to see Bot Slayer on 3 different maps for Halo Infinite, that being Bazaar, Recharge, and Live Fire. Now 343 says to keep players on their toes and to keep the experience engaging, they're planning for a daily content offering that will evolve over the course of the flight based on the overall engagement of the participants. They also warned that these bots are not pushovers, so be prepared. The next piece of content offering for the first technical test will be the Academy weapon drills. So, weapon drills offer players a brand new way to learn how each weapon functions before entering the heat of battle. You'll be dropped into a firing range arena that features moving and strafing bots for target practice. Weapon drills feature different levels of difficulty and a star rating system, so the more damage you do to the bots, the higher you'll score. 343 was also kind enough to share a list on what they're planning to include as far as weapons that will be available to test out in the weapon drills. We'll have the MA-40 assault rifle, the battle rifle BR-75, the MK-50 sidekick, the pistol, the CQS-48 bulldog shotgun, the Needler, the VK-78 commando, the S7 sniper, the plasma pistol, the pulse carbine, the Ravager, the Heat Wave, which I'm assuming is that Forerunner looking weapon that we've seen in the multiplayer trailers, and last but not least, the vehicle destroying skewer. Now if you're like me and you're super excited about the Halo Infinite customization, what we've seen so far, this section is for you. So the technical test will feature a shortened battle pass and a small fraction of the customization options planned for the launch of the game. The key focus is to ensure that the battle pass and challenge unlocking systems, along with the customization customization equipping systems are all functioning properly. Now 343 did note that this isn't meant to be a showcase of the launch content, so please don't read into what is available in the technical test that much. Now, in order to allow us Halo Insiders to unlock Battle Pass tiers and various customization options, 343 will be granting invited accounts a set amount of in-game credits, which players will be able to use how they see fit. But customization options unlocked during these technical tests will not carry over when the game releases later this year. Now, the last piece of content that will be in this technical preview will be the new Waypoint app and of course the website. So in coordination with the Halo Infinite technical previews, they'll also be flighting out the new Halo Waypoint web and mobile app experiences. Halo Insiders should be able to view their Battle Pass progression, challenges, and even customize your Spartans inside the app and the website, and this will all be directly connected to your profiles from being invited to the flight. Now, even if you're not invited to this first technical test, you could still download the Halo Waypoint app, but the integration with the Halo Infinite technical preview will not function for you. Now, if you guys are interested in learning more about the new Halo Waypoint companion app and the relaunch of the website, because there are a bunch of new features that's really exciting, especially for Halo Infinite, go on ahead and check out the full breakdown video I did of that. Now, like I said earlier in the video, 343 says that the first bot-focused technical preview could happen as soon as next weekend. Now, obviously, things could change, but make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel and following me on my social media accounts so that you know exactly what is going on with this flight. 343 is looking to invite hundreds of thousands of Halo Insiders for this first technical preview. And if all goes well, they'll invite even more eligible Halo Insiders for the next flight. They want to start at a reasonable number of participants before potentially going to a much larger player pool. But the goal is to eventually get every eligible Halo Insider a chance to go hands-on and help them achieve their goals on the road to launch of Halo Infinite. I thought it'd be interesting to share the goals that 343 has for these flights and what kind of data that they're looking for. So a lot of people are wondering, hey, why do they not just call it a beta? Well, they said that terms like alpha and beta often convey a certain expectation around polish and stability, breadth, and marketing implications. They're further along than they would truly consider an alpha right now with Halo Infinite, but also not really at a level of overall completeness some might expect in a beta. They're specifically calling this a technical preview because they feel it best represents the goals that they have, the build itself, and the experience that insiders will have as well. Feedback and other insights are definitely valuable, they said, but the first and foremost priority is testing and stressing the technical side of Halo Infinite. And as to be expected, there will be some bumps and rough edges in this build. You're gonna experience things that are probably not going to be satisfactory. They said that the technical preview is a couple months behind where the development team and main game build currently are, given the process and how much time it takes to go through all the gates and steps before releasing things to the public. They also go into clarification on what a flight means. Simply put, it's a work in progress, hands-on release on the road to launch. Flighting is the process by which pre-release builds are put out into the wild to pursue specific goals, review data and outcomes, iterate, and then repeat, all with the overarching goal of delivering the best shipping experience come launch time. Now, here are some of the key areas that they'll be monitoring during the upcoming technical preview. One being stability. How stable is the game across various hardware specs and platforms? Is the game freezing or crashing at a certain time or on specific hardware? This will be a critical focus for the team, especially for people with PCs and the varying types of hardware inside everybody's personal computers. The next thing they want to test is online services. Can all the interconnected online services function well at an immense scale? This is a big deal because it includes so many services that need to function in perfect harmony. Matchmaking, server scaling, playlists serving the proper content, challenges, stats like the post-game carnage report, battle pass progression and store functionality, armor customization, and partying up with friends are just a few examples. They also want to see how the Halo Insider and new version of Waypoint interact. So can their Halo Insider communication systems and flighting tools function at scale? How does the Waypoint vNext app on iOS and Android and web experiences feel and function as extensions of the game? And finally, as far as player feedback and the focus areas that 343 is really trying to to get more data on. They will be the core gameplay. They want to know how you feel about the core combat experience. How do you feel about player movement, weapon balance, equipment, things like that? How fun is it to engage in a battle in Halo Infinite? They also want to know about the maps and modes. How do you guys feel about the design and flow of the maps? Are the maps and the modes both fun and fair? Also, the Academy weapon drills. Did weapon drills give you a good understanding of how a weapon functions? How fun were the various weapon drills? And finally, menu and battle pass UI. How intuitive was the menu navigation? Were you able to understand your progression through the battle pass? And were you able to find and equip customization items easily? Now, I'll probably do some future videos detailing some of the more specifics on things like bots that 343 detailed in this blog post, but this should be everything you guys need to know as far as essentials to get you ready for the Halo Infinite technical preview that could be happening next weekend. If you guys still need to become a Halo Insider, here is a step-by-step guide video for you. Click the card in the top right-hand corner of your screen. I hope to catch you guys on either a previous video of mine or a future video of mine. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new here. Hit that like button if you haven't already. All right, guys, I'll catch you later. I'm your boy, Pat Man, and I'm out.